Well, the big game is this weekend. We're here to help you with ideas for a super spread that will win over the fans at home, including Chef Pete. We're calling him Cuban Pete today.
Oh, yeah, Southern Florida.
From the Jim Carrey movie, The Mask. Remember the Cuban Pete dance number that he does? Okay, so that's Cuban Pete. From Mino Salvaggio, International Marketplace. You have brought the sights, sounds, tastes, and aromas of Miami to the
I have. I brought the whole concession stand up from Southern Florida with me today.
Excellent.
And brought you a lot of great ideas to keep in with the theme. At the end of the day, you know, you can put out a bowl of chili if you want to, and you can put out buffalo wings and all that. It's all great stuff. Everybody loves it, don't get me wrong. But why not do something in a theme if you can? Because people still love the stuff from Southern Florida and all over Hispanic food and, of course, the Cuban food down in Southern Florida. So I'm doing one of the iconic dishes from Southern Florida, specifically a Cuban-style sandwich called the Cubanello, or a Cuban pork sandwich. So I brought all the fixings to do that.
What's sizzling in here right now?
What is sizzling in here right now is a sub bun, which you butter on both sides, and you want to get it nice and crispy and kind of griddled. That's really important for this. And then the second thing you're going to do, and I've already done one in advance, and you can see how beautiful it is, right?
Okay.
Is you're going to have the pulled pork. Now this pulled pork has a great marinade that I got a recipe on your set for this on WDIV, so you can go and get that recipe. And basically you're going to have a pork that you're going to cook in slow roast.
Oh, that smells good.
And you're going to put that on top. Now I've got here Dearborn honey baked ham on top of the actual pulled pork, and then you're going to take a couple of slices, not real thin or thick, real thin slices of cheese.
Okay.
Put the lid back on and griddle it, and then the last thing you're going to do is you're going to add the two very, very iconic ingredients on top, a dill pickle, and you're going to put a little bit of mustard. Any kind of yellow mustard is fine, just a little bit. You're not going to want to put too much. You don't want to overpower it with that kind of spiciness. Put it on top, press it for a minute, and we'll let that cook a minute while we talk about the other things.
All right, well, can you use spicy brown mustard like Golden's?
You can use, you would always come up with just one more way to do something that I always do out here. Can you do this? Yes, of course you can.
What do we have here?
All right, these are basically little burrito sliders. So just take a regular beef slider, and I'm going to season it with cumin and chili powder, put some refried beans on top, a little avocado, sour cream. It's like a burrito, except it's a slider. It's like a cool takeoff on it.
Does Nino Salvaggio have those plant-based burgers?
We actually do have those plant-based. You want a plant-based burger?
No, I was just asking for a friend. What's in front here?
All right, these are fritters. I have grouper and snapper, the two most iconic fish that are down in Southern Florida. They're deep fried. These are empanadas. Empanadas is nothing more than a little pie. Up here we call them pasties, right?
Okay.
So it's a little pie, and inside of it I have some spicy chicken. So then I have a little spinach dip that you can grab one there. They're good for you too. And then, of course, we have our little Cuban sandwiches there, which are already made. And up on top, key lime. Well, I made a key lime mousse, and I have a recipe for you on WDIV as well for the little key lime mousses up there. And on this side, we have a caramel flan. This is a very classic kind of a Hispanic dish of the flan. Yes, they're very good. And while he's holding that, over here, another thing very popular in Southern Florida are fritters. You've heard of conch fritters probably, right?
Yeah.
Well, these fritters aren't conch. They are basically lobster, I'm sorry to say, and shrimp and scallops, a lot of great seafood. Again, the batter's on the website, so you can get the batter for that, add any kind of seafood you want and chop it in. And then last but not least, we have these little flautas, which are like little flutes, and they're rolled up with a chicken enchilada mixture with chopped chicken and tortillas and a little bit of onions and garlic. And we have some enchilada sauce. So all of these ideas, and what you'll find is interesting about all of them, Jason, is that they're all you can hold in your hand. Just like you just did. You proved my point. Hold it in your hand, walk around the party. Too many times it's kind of like you get something big, you kind of walk around, maybe you got a beer in your hand, you're trying to juggle something. All of these things are on little boats so that you can, no fuss, no muss, throw them in the garbage can, not a lot of plate washing at the end of the day. You want to be enjoying the show, you know, the game. You don't want to be there cooking and later on cleaning. That's not for me.
Can you get this stuff at Nino's? Like,
you can.
Have you make it for them?
You can. A lot of this stuff is pre-made. We have some of these things, and most of it, I must admit, are ingredients and recipes, because some of these things don't really last really well when they're bought days ahead of time or even in the morning. You want to do them right to order, like I am this Cuban sandwich here. So all the ingredients for this, certainly you can get. And hear that crunch?
Oh, yeah.
Crunch. That's what you want. You want to have that crunch. You want to have the pickle.
Okay.
You want to have the Swiss cheese, the ham, and the pulled pork. So that's what Southern Florida cooking is all about.
Where can people find more information, recipes, and whatnot?
The recipes are on your website. Click on Detroit. So if you go onto that website, you're going to have about 4 or 5 recipes to look at. And if you have any questions, just give us a call at the store. We talk to our chefs, talk to us, and talk to our customers all the time and give them advice. And even popcorn. We pop our own popcorn in store, all different kinds of flavors of popcorn.
Natalia, what did you say in my ear? Producer. Okay, where are the locations?
The locations. Well, St. Clair Shores, Clinton Township, Troy, and a new store in Bloomfield Township.
Excellent. Good to see you, Cuban
Thanks,
Pete.
Jason. Yes, gonna be here for you.
Next time we'll have music and you'll dance just like The Mask. Let's go over to Tati now.